You know the old age dilemma of 2B2T. Without rules, people build great things, monuments. The human urge to make something great gets freed from all forms of restrictions. But we all know this coin has two sides. On the other hand, the freedom allows humans to unleash their other urges, their more primal, vile, and destructive ones. Whenever something great is created out of pure freedom and will, you can be sure that someone will use that same sentiment to destroy it and tear it to shreds. Because just why not? This is a problem with 2B2T, and quite frankly, with every anarchy or semi-anarchy server in existence, ever. You just can't have nice things. But you know, as an anarchist myself, I sat down one time and actually thought about it. What makes anarchy work in real life? And really, it's quite a logical answer. Mutual respect. People don't go around annoying and destroying people's stuff in real life, because they have respect for them. And why do people respect complete and total strangers? Well, because if they were to burn somebody's house just for the heck of it, they'd get absolutely fucked over and beaten to death by that person, their family, and all their friends and groups that support them. Because you can't just hurt people like that without expecting them to hurt you back. And if you hurt them too much, well, you can be sure that a huge group of people, displeased with what you're doing with your life, will make a point of ensuring you never get to do that again, if you know what I mean. In Minecraft, this doesn't apply. You can grief, burn, steal, and kill as much as you want. You will never face any consequence for your action. Freedom and safety is at the click of a button. Even if people were to find your base and destroy it, you wouldn't even care. You came here to destroy, you have no base. They can kill you over and over. You will simply respawn and get to it again. They can steal all your stuff. You'd only need to get a pickaxe and some TNT and can keep destroying more and more. There are no consequences in Minecraft. And this is why anarchy doesn't work in Minecraft. But I fixed this issue and made a server about it. I'll take it as an example. My server is a semi-anarchy. It's called Minecraft Bloodlines, or MCB for short, and it has quite a few unique features. I'll tell you about the relevant ones. If in real life the consequences of one's actions are the only thing that can guarantee respect for each other's is maintained, then my server needed to replicate this. But how? Easy. Make the server hardcore. Now, if you displease someone, ruin their house or their build, for example, then all of their friends have a mean to find you and get rid of you, permanently. This cuts your desire for random chaos short pretty quickly. But I'm not dumb. I knew some people would join the server just to destroy and wouldn't care if they're hunted down and killed. Their goal would simply be to cause as much damage and pain as possible either way, and they would do so. Like this, the problem was only half solved. Then I thought of fixing the other half of it. If the remaining part of the problem was that anyone with ill intentions could join the server and cause damage at any moment, despite the fact they would get hunted and killed permanently for it, then all I needed to do was to control the influx of new players. A whitelist. If you only whitelist players you think actually want to play, and not only come to cause problems, then they will have something to lose if somebody gets angry at them for destroying their base. Players who actually join to play, not purely to cause chaos, want to build their own thing. They want their own stuff, their own projects. And this means that for them, destroying someone's thing without any reason has dire consequences. They would probably get their base destroyed in return, their projects ruined, their lives taken away from them. It was a good idea on paper, but a whitelist, semi-anarchy hardcore server sounded like too much work. And if I had to whitelist people to begin with, was it truly anarchy, in a way? I disliked the sound of that. So I thought some more. Surely, in real life, nature had already solved this issue and I could just replicate that in Minecraft. Then it came to me. Players whitelisting other players. Just like in real life, you need two people to invite you before you can enter the world. Two parents. New players wouldn't be able to just join the world and start playing unless if two different people already born and invested in the game decide that they're worthy of joining too. This solved all my problems, like the heavy moderation and management a whitelisted server would require, and would also allow for the game to still remain anarchy, because I'm not choosing who gets to play. Players do. If you want to invite a bunch of griefers and cheaters to the server, you can. But chances are that nobody will like that, and that they will all get hunted down, you the first. By making players need 2 invitation codes sent by 2 different people already in-game, I also made sure that a single mindless griefer couldn't invite more and more mindlessly. They need at least another like-minded person who will agree in inviting problematic users. Statistically, the likelihood of you encountering another person with pointless destructive intentions are not 0, but they're much lower than the likelihood of non-destructive players pairing with another non-destructive player to invite more non-destructive players. Mindless destruction is statistically gate-kept. Only actually invested players who have something to lose invite new players based on whether or not they seem to be invested in the server themselves. The game is still Anarchy. Everyone wants to build projects. Nobody wants to aimlessly destroy someone else's project because they have something to lose. But they can if they want. If there is drama, if they have a good reason, they can attack and destroy others. And these justifications, these reasons, are what prevents the whole thing from crumbling down. Some people will agree with the attacks, some won't. This sparks tension, drama, maybe even war. It creates stuff. It makes the world feel alive, unlike the aimless destruction that plagues 2B2T and all of Minecraft Anarchy servers for the matter. It's just like real life. You get one life. You have everything to lose. You live only once. And you don't appear out of nowhere. You are the fruit of 2 people's desire for you to exist. They chose you, based on whether or not they liked you, whether or not they were like you. You become an extension of them, a continuation of their own life on the server, of their bloodlines. After I set up all of this on my server, I looked back at it and I realized I had created something truly unique. I didn't have a name for it. It wasn't purely semi-anarchy, but it wasn't your standard whitelisted SMP either. It was something much more profound, based on real life and how it works. It was something organic. So I called it that. An organic server. I basically created a new genre by accident. All of that while trying to solve the biggest issue of Minecraft Anarchy servers. I feel that's pretty organic too.